This is the 2010 Gingerbread Village, and the story is A Chocolate Christmas. It was almost time for Christmas Eve when Santa made his midnight flight. The busy elves had no time to waste. Everything had to be right. Games were painted and put together, teddy bears sewn and brushed, dolls were given eyes and wigs. Everyone was in a rush. In the confectioner's shop they made blueberry twillies and gave candy canes their peppermint swirls. Gumdrops had to be sprinkled with sugar, while suckers circled and twirled. Lemon cakes were baked and frosted, strawberry pies filled and cooled. Now it was time for the most treasured recipe, tucked away in a chest of candy jewels. It was taken out only once a year, but something was very wrong. The elf ran back with empty hands and said the paper was gone. A special recipe for chocolate. From the oldest time, the elves had said, it was always Santa's favorite, topped on a marshmallow with cocoa bread. They searched throughout the village. The elves looked everywhere, following a set of footprints until one little elf said there. Deep under the ground, asleep in his cozy lair, a tiny mouse had used the paper as a blanket for his teddy bear. They quietly took the paper, replacing it with a warm quilt, and left the sleepy mouse with cookies and a glass of milk. Now the elves and gingers are happy as the confectioners handed out the special treat and slowly sipped their hot chocolate as they decorated their Christmas trees. The toys and cookies were all packed to go, and Santa climbed into his sleigh. He held a mug of the hot chocolate brew as he said, up, up, and away. In this area, you see the cookies and the candy. This is the confectioner's area. So you're seeing the gumdrops being made. On the one side, you see the squares of clay. And on the other side coming out, you see the gumdrops, all sugared. And as you go next, you see where the marshmallows are being twirled around and the candy canes and the suckers. Now you see the elf with his little candy dots. He's getting those all put together, ready to be packed on Santa's sleigh. Now as you look, you see an elf and on the turntable with his cookies and cakes. And you're seeing the big Christmas tree made entirely of frosting. And oh, there's the skating pond. There's 50 pounds of royal frosting on the Gingerbread Village. All of the trees and the swags and bows, they're all made out of frosting. As you go down, you're going to peek into the mouse house. And you'll see Mrs. Mouse pulling out cookies from her oven as this train goes through. Now as we enter the next house, you're going to see that they're making teddy bears and packing them and some of the wooden horses. And down below, they're decorating their Christmas tree. Now, as we go next door, you see the puppet maker. There he is with his puppets. While you go upstairs, you'll see that they're all busy. There's Mrs. Mouse with her stove again. Now you're going to enter the area where all the letters from the children go. This is where all the wishes are read and filled. And of course, all the packages wrapped and put on Santa's sleigh. Now you're looking at the outside again. There's another tree, and you're going to see where they're having a snowball fight. Now this side is the village of Homewood. Now as we go around, you're going to be entering the toy factory. And this is where all the toys are made. Right now you see the the elves with their houses, and there's Santa making a practice flight. All the way in the back, you see the gingerbread teapot. That's the solution center. Any problems the elves have, that's where they go. There are the elves making dolls, toy soldiers. They're doing the painting. Now we're looking at one of the main elves of this area, and he's all tired out. And up above, you see one of the elves carrying a duck. Oh, that's a Christmas present for his friend. He's in the tub. All the way at the top, you see the cookies. A lot of elves to feed on this side. Now as we go down, you're going to see the raw steel being turned into the cars and the trains. And that's the North Pole Steel Recycling Facility. And of course, teddy bears are also made on this side. And as we move over, you see the dolls being made, gifts being wrapped, and all the way at the end, this is the furnace. This is the steel furnace where the old steel gets put in and brand new steel comes out to make all nice new toys. Now as we go around, you see the side of the toy factory going to the front. Peek in some windows and see some of the busy elves. Now we're entering the area where we have trains being made and also suckers and cookies. And there you see the trains. And of course there they are. The elves are playing a game of Monopoly. Now if we cross over, there's the bridge and the mouse family underneath. Now we're going to go and look at the teddy bears having their Christmas. You can see there's the elf reading a story, night before Christmas, and there's one of the teddies hanging a stocking. And down below, you're seeing all the cooking, and they're making the cookies. There's the elf pulling something out of the oven, and the mice are helping him. All the way at the bottom, that's the sewing area. That's where Santa's hats are made and suits, and of course the elven clothing, and anything else that needs to be made in this gingerbread village. Now we're going to the outside again. You're seeing the ice skating pond, and oh, you're in the village of Phosphor now. Now we're just about ending the 2010 Gingerbread Village. And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.